Okay guys, welcome back. We've got another high rated Edison replay to go over today. So we've got Manu Collections on 956 versus Dread Knight on 1249. Both players quite comfortably in the top 100. So let's see how this one goes. Looks like Manu's won the rock, paper, scissors. Let's see what opening hands are. So Dread Knight has Gardener, Recharge, Celestia, Beckoning and Jane. And Manu has Rescue Cat, Mamillo, Bottomless, Solemn, Rota, and Call of the Haunted. So it looks like Dread Knight's on some kind of Lightsworn build. We might see if it's Twilight or potentially Fairy with Beckoning Light. And then it looks like Manu is on pretty typical 41 card Glad Beast. So let's see how it plays out. Manu's going to start with Rota for Stratos, for Prisma. Sets the Bottomless. Dread Knight picks up the Gold Sark here. He's going to start with the Recharge for the Celestia. Draws into Cold Wave and Wolf and Mills, Herald and Beckoning. The Wolf is a little bit unfortunate, but it is going to happen if you play enough games. Normal summon out the Jane, that's going to eat the Bottomless. Yeah, you can't let it get over the Stratos. Gold Sark, send the Recharge. Should you send the Recharge there? Yeah, I appreciate you want to get the Wolf out of hand, but I think Charge for Lumina is just better, surely. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Passing over, Man is going to pick up a Smashing Ground, normal summon the Rescue Cat. Yeah, this is going to go into a Secutor, which is just going to be absolutely brutal. Yeah, Secutor attack. May as well get in with the Stratos and Secutor. Yeah, Retiari and Macquarie. Yeah, so the Retiari is probably going to go for the Lightsworn. Yeah. Yeah, takes out the Celestia. Takes out the Celestia and then can go into the Herc. Yeah, wow. What a start from Glad Beast. I think this is the problem I have against Glad Beast all the time, is that if they start well, you just can't get ahead of them. You're so far behind. So sets the Solemn and the Call of the Haunted. Yeah, well, Call of the Haunted into Rescue Cat again potentially, and Solemn just to protect the Herc. Let's see what happens. So Cold Wave, gonna get eaten up by the Herc. Set the Raikou and the Beckoning. The Beckoning's not really doing much. Yeah, Call of the Haunted for the Rescue Cat in end phase. Rescue Cat. Yeah. Into Sam Knight and Tiger. Surely this is just Bestiary. Normal summon either of the monsters in hand and clean it up. Yeah, Herc's going to negate the Beckoning. Prisma, dump Quarry, shuffle back. Yeah. Yeah, really nothing that Dread Knight could have done there. That was a really unfortunate start. Okay, so game 2. Dread Knight's obviously going first this time. They've got double Recharge, JD, Gardener, Celestia, and Erin. And it looks like Manu has drawn Book, Starlight Road, Cross Out, Deep Prison, and Smashing Ground. So not a monster. Typical Glad hand there. Dread Knight's going to Recharge for the Erin. It's going to draw into Card Trooper, Bottomless, and mill the My Body and Oppression. Yeah, Oppression is such a good card to side in for Glads. Recharge again for the Celestia, mill the Lila and the Christia. The hand's not necessarily any better than when the turn started, but I guess the Card Trooper's helping. Card Trooper milling, Lumina Charge Honest. Send the Bottomless. Gonna draw, pick up a TT. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think if you're Glad Sea, you just set and hope that something triggers the Starlight. Card Trooper gonna mill 3 again. Mills a Wolf this time, that's a good mill. Also picked up a Raikou for the Recharge, which is nice. Yeah, third recharge. Beckoning Light and Lila. No, what's that? JD and Orange Light. Okay, let's just check the graveyard quickly. So Lightsworns, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so their JD is live if they want to drop it. And then Christia, how far away? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're oversubscribed on fairies. Okay. Okay, so Christie's not really in the picture at the minute, but this is still, I mean, this is 4,000 a turn damage while you leave these monsters up, so Manu is going to have to start reacting to some of this. Sets both, yeah, I mean, if your opponent's got 4, you're really not expecting heavy. Maybe a trap stun, but maybe that's what these are trying to bait. Stratos is going to come down and immediately eat a bottomless. Search for the Prisma. You're still just so far behind as Glads at the minute. Draws the Christie, that's not live. But is there a way a Beckoning Light can change that? No, I don't think so, because they're... Yeah, they're... I think it would actually. So they could drop all 4, pick up a Christia, an Honest. Yeah, and they could get one down. Let's see what they decide to go for. I think Christia is just too... I mean, I wouldn't be summoning here anyway, fearing the TT, which is actually there. But either way, I think Christia is just too much of a commitment to the board right now. Yeah, he's more another fairy. So he would need some serious manipulation. Manu's going to have to do something here. Decides to deprison the wolf. I don't think that's correct. I think I'd rather deprison the card trooper and take them off the draw. They've already got enough Lightsworn names, so you're not keeping them off JD by doing that. Main 2 Dreadnought's going to normal summon the Lila. That's going to eat the TT. Yeah, but they are going to get to draw off the card trooper. Sets the Mirror Force and passes over. Okay, now Prison's going to eat the bottomless. I think that's what you want. You know, you really want to try and protect the bestiary, or at least let it go to grave so you can do something with the Quest and Darius. Picks up the Foolish on Dreadnought's side. Yeah, decides now just to drop the JD. No priority. Okay, man is just going to let that go. Obviously wants him to trigger it. Yeah, I think this is really well played by Dreadnought. So the JD, he's under the impression there's Starlight Road there. He's got to be reading Starlight Road, and then effectively what he's also got to be reading is one kind of interruption, either a deprison, a book. I don't think you'd be reading Mirror Force from this. So putting up a wolf really is going to be as much pressure as possible because they can't get through it. They can't get through the turn without using their one-off interruption. And equally, you're not going to proc the Starlight Road. So Wolf's going to get booked. JD's going to get in for the game. Okay. Yeah, some questionable use of back row there, but maybe I'm missing something. So game 3 now. So opening hands, Manu starts with Retiari, Road, MST, Equest, Dust Shoot, and Chariot. This is a really strong Glad hand. For going first, this is really strong. Dreadnought's going to start with Wolf, Lumina, Necro Gardener, Bottomless Trap Hole, and Heavy. That Heavy, very easily going to run into the Starlight Road if they don't read it. So it starts with Request. Yeah, set 4. Surely you've got to read that Starlight Road is here. They're going to Dust Shoot now. Dust Shoot target the Lumina. Yeah, definitely correct. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this hand, after the Dust Shoot take Lumina, you're just not doing anything. Yeah. I mean, they obviously can't see these sets that we can, but the bottomless trap hole is going to get eaten by the MST if they try and activate, even if they don't have Dust Shoot, if they activate the Lumina, when they activate the Lumina in end phase, they're just going to War Chariot it, and then you're just left with the same cards anyway, yeah. Heavy Storm, I guess he's just trying to steal back some advantage, but I think you should have been reading Road there. Either way though, what do you do? Yeah. Well played by both players there. I think really unfortunate hand for Dread Knight going into that third game, and the hand from Glads was just, I mean, that is a bit of a god hand right there to open up. Really good game, some good back and forth, but Glads is going to take this one.